It's back to sports. Welcome to Win or Lose Sports Show, presented by the 419 Grind.
Welcome to another episode of Win or Lose Sports, presented by the 419 Grind and winorlosesports.com. It's been 2 weeks since we've done the episode.
Yeah.
So welcome back.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. The NBA Finals is here. Today is game one of the finals. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the AFC. The North? AFC North.
Yeah.
The Myles Garrett trade. Is the AFC North happy about this trade?
I know our extremely elderly quarterback is happy about this trade.
Did you say your elderly quarterback?
Extremely elderly quarterback. I saw him play last year in Cleveland, and like I said, as soon as Myles Garrett turned the corner, he threw the ball away. So, and it's a very good move to get him up out of there for other teams.
I don't know. I think Verse is going to be a problem, man.
Yeah.
People keep talking like they traded him for some popcorn and bubble gum. You know what I mean?
And actually, in the scheme of the Browns being the Browns, it was a pretty good trade,
right?
Actually,
but the only thing is, though, it's a lot easier to play out in LA.
Yeah,
under them conditions.
Yep.
And a lot of times when you got something to play for, it motivates you to play better.
Yeah.
When you in the cold up in Cleveland,
yeah,
and you 3 and 12, you know what I mean? It's hard to be motivated. So it'll tell a lot about his personality, his character once he get to Cleveland. But I'm really torn with this trade. Because I feel like you had a chance to lead 2 years ago.
Right.
You chose to take the money.
Yep.
So you got to stay there and take what that money bring. They gave you that money for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they wanted you.
Yeah. And if you really wanted out, you should have left. Don't take the money and then leave.
No, but I think that was smart on his half as far as doing business, because he got the money. Because otherwise he would have just had to sign with another team, right?
But he
wasn't getting traded. He had the choice between re-signing with Cleveland or signing with another team.
That's what I'm saying. But that money that Cleveland got him, he could have got it. He could have asked his asking price wherever he went.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody would have had the money to match what Cleveland
to get Myles Garrett. They'd have made some moves.
Okay, so why would you stay in Cleveland?
The money.
Exactly. The money.
The money is, if anybody else could match that money, why would I stay?
I'll say this. I think he did it I think they sold him a dream.
They definitely did.
As far as, we got this coming in, we got that coming in. And that's what happened this year. He realized this is we still the Browns. It's a clown show.
Yep.
And he was going to hold out. Believe me, he made that trade happen.
Yeah, totally.
And Cleveland was like, all right, man. It wasn't much they could do. He just kind
of forced his hand.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like he said, they sold him. That's when the Deshaun Watson experiment was starting. So it's like, we got Deshaun Watson, we got Jerry Jeudy, we doing this and that. And he was, at the time it sounded great and the money was great. Mm-hmm. But then it turns into Deshaun Watson thing failed. And they was the Browns again.
But look at the pieces they had though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had some really good pieces. The running back, quarterbacks, receivers. He had help on defense. They had Chubb. Yeah. They had some really good pieces.
Yeah, they did.
They are just the Browns, and the Browns are going brown.
Yep.
You know what? And I don't understand that when you have a nice tight end.
And Dugo,
you got Jerry Jeudy, who's a decent receiver.
Yep,
and you have a nice back. You have good defensive players in place besides Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
what is the problem?
Cleveland.
You can't just keep saying Cleveland because that's just like saying never mind.
Okay, look, put that roster anywhere else in the world.
In New England.
Put it anywhere else in the world.
Yep.
And they are going to achieve, man. I joke a lot. But there is something wrong in Cleveland.
It is.
There's something wrong in Cleveland. Like if you take that, man, just think of the players that they had.
Yeah.
All at the same time. It ain't like they pieced it like all at the same time.
Yep.
There's no reason why they should be at the bottom of the division every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Yep.
You attribute that to management. I know from experience.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I know from experience when you have I wouldn't say a great quarterback, a good quarterback in Tony Romo. You have decent receivers like Terrell Owens, and I forgot who was beside him at the time. And you have a back in Murray, and you have a great defense.
Right.
We had great defense back then. We had DeMarcus Ware and what's the other guy name?
Was Roy still there? No, Roy was gone by then.
Who?
The safety. No, he was gone by then. Never mind. I'm thinking Roy he was gone.
Yeah. But we had some. The 2006 to 2000, I think that was maybe 13. Those teams right there were decent teams. But the problem is when you have management who don't focus on winning football games, but rather put people in seats. That's where that's where it goes wrong, and that's what Cleveland is doing. That's what Cleveland has been doing since they came back.
But Jesse, you say something at Cleveland, but you said Dallas is more concerned about putting people in seats. Cleveland not even doing that. So it's like what are you? It's like so it's like Jerry we putting people in the seats and making money. Cleveland they don't even. It's just like what are you? It's like they're doing it just for no reason.
That's why they're building a new stadium because they're worried about the consumer having an enjoyable moment in the stadium rather than the fans, the real football fans, enjoying winning football games.
So the difference, and I hate to minimize it to this, the difference between Cleveland and Dallas is that Dallas wins during the regular season.
Yeah.
So
but what does that matter?
But that's the hope that keeps people coming.
Exactly.
Right. So you're luring them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just when the postseason come, they just crap down their leg every year.
Yeah.
Cleveland don't even win during the season.
Nope.
They don't. Nothing they've tried. It's a quarterback graveyard. Every quarterback goes there, dies. You know what I mean? They don't even win during the season. Imagine being, and this is why I respect Cleveland fans.
Yep.
At least if I'm in Dallas and my team is crappy, they crappy in 80, 70, 80 degree weather.
In a climate controlled stadium.
Cleveland fans go out there below
In the cold,
zero, in the cold, dog pound, a horrible stadium.
Yep.
And year after year, finishing the bottom of the league.
Every year.
Bro. It's all management, man. It's all management because they've had players, and there's been an example after example of people leaving Cleveland and going on to be successful.
Yep.
Who's the quarterback in Tampa Bay? Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yep. Is a great example. Him in Cleveland, I really thought him going to Cleveland, okay, this is about to be a rejuvenation of the Cleveland Browns. He has energy, he has charisma, he can play football, not just as a quarterback, but he knows football. He plays football.
Cleveland brand of football. It's gritty, it ain't pretty.
Right.
It's tough, so he fit them.
Yeah.
But for whatever, they have zero patience. That's another problem with theirs too, man. They have zero patience. They pull the plug.
Problem, yeah.
They pull the plug so quick on everybody.
How do you have zero patience? But you keep Deshaun Watson over these last. I know it's about the contract and about paying that money.
That's all
but
that is.
That's
I
exactly
don't
what that
care.
is.
You'll never be my starting quarterback.
Bro.
They should have never signed him to that contract in the first place.
Whoever pulled that off is the greatest musician ever. Whoever
he's got a great.
His agent should be in the Hall of Fame for that alone.
And as the ownership of Cleveland, you got to try to save face, because when they did that trade, everybody was like, "Are y'all stupid? Like, what are y'all doing?" And so they like, no, it's gonna work. They trying to save face. Even if Deshaun Watson started this year, believe me, he won't be there 2 years from now. He won't be. Yeah. What they're trying to do is maximize his potential to get him out of there, so they can get something back.
Trade,
get something back from that.
That's the smartest thing that Cleveland can do right now.
But here's the thing, though. Deshaun Watson got hurt twice. Deshaun Watson has what they call character issues, and Cleveland is not really the place where you get to show off and showcase in a contract year. So at the end of the year, when like you said, they 3 and whatever, 5 and 12 or whatever they are, in the bottom of the league, bottom of the division, there's not going to be a lot of people looking like, oh, we're Deshaun Watson away from a championship run.
But I tell you where the value comes in at. The value comes in at is if he keeps his nose clean. Then you can say, hey, he don't have the character issues that we thought he had. And he will be and I hate to use this word, but he'll be a decent. You know how teams are always looking for a veteran to come in and help a young cat out.
Tyrod Taylor.
That'll be his role in the league from now on.
You think he'll be acceptant of that role? I mean, he wouldn't have a choice.
But he's technically been out of football for how many years right now?
4.
3 or 4. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So he is happy to be anywhere. You know what I mean? The hardest thing for a athlete that was once at his caliber to do is hang it up.
Yeah.
Especially when you didn't go out like you thought you could have went out.
Yeah.
So he'll take that role just because on the whims of, man, somebody can get hurt, and then this my time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So going from Cleveland to New England, and AJ Brown going to New England. New England
from Philly.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind.
We going to New England.
Yeah, going from Philly to New England. New England going to the Super Bowl last year. What do you see? Does this increase their chance to? Because going to the Super Bowl is hard.
Yeah.
Repeating 2 years in a row going to the Super Bowl is even harder.
And especially when they made the jump earlier than a lot of people thought they would. I mean, AJ, I think he's an upgrade from Diggs. But
I
mean,
I think that's a huge upgrade.
But
you don't think so?
It depends.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on which AJ you get. Now, if you get happy, motivated AJ, it could happen. If you get, hey, this don't work out well with Drake May, or we not connecting like I want us to, and now he on the sideline reading books and sending out Bible verses and doing all this crazy stuff, then you're in trouble.
The thing that I have is, no matter where you go, you got to take you with you.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was an established quarterback.
Yep.
Right. Drake May is not quite yet. He had a good, he had a good year or so, but he's not established enough to where I don't know if he has the moxie to be the leader in the locker room where he'll tell the AJ Brown, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just think when AJ Brown started clowning, it wasn't like they were bad. They were winning. He just wasn't getting the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
Him leaving, if I'm Philly, it makes Philly better.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because Philly can go back to the formula that they had when they were winning, which was you got an all-star caliber running back.
Yep.
Focus on him. The one thing that really took away from Philly is that Saquon is a great back out of a great receiver out of the backfield. But trying to make AJ Brown happy, they started throwing the ball downfield, which took that part of his game away. You know what I mean? It's going to make Philly better if they go back to that formula of running the ball, because wide receivers, you'll get a decent wide receiver.
And the thing about they still have a one there.
Right. So, you don't have to have an all-star wide receiver. You just need a good, decent wide receiver, a third down possession wide receiver, and you're going to be cool. You know what I mean?
I think this is good for AJ Brown only, because now you say Hurts is an established quarterback, which hurts AJ Brown's ability to influence the quarterback. Now you have Drake May, who's not experienced, and now AJ's influence raises. Because now it's like, I want the ball. When this happens, I need the ball in this situation. And Drake May, not having the experience, is going to say, okay,
Mr. Brown. But that was Philly's problem. Philly's problem was, even though Hurts was established, they were trying to make him happy. So it's like, I want the ball. And so they started forcing the ball to him, you know, in situations
I'm not saying
where
that the situation will help New England overall. I'm saying it's good for AJ in his mindset.
It's totally good for him.
That's
the thing I think that might play a role in it too is coaching. He didn't like Sirianni. And I believe him and Vrabel have a very good relationship because he was with Vrabel in Tennessee, I think. And so now, hey, you can't cry to get here and not get here and not produce. So,
but again, wherever you go, you got to take you with you.
Yeah.
Now his beginning years in Tennessee is because you're young and you're a sponge.
Yeah.
Right. Then when you start to have success, you start feeling yourself, and that's what happened with him in Philly. The year they won, he had some success. He started feeling himself, like, oh, I'm the man. I should be getting the ball. And that's what tore everything down.
This is a problem with a lot of receivers, and you don't see that in any other position or player. Even with quarterbacks who are literally the win and loss of the team. Like they blame the win and the loss on the quarterback most of the time, especially when it comes to Super Bowls. So why is it that the receivers feel like, oh, I am the guy? I don't get it.
It's the flash of it all, man. You out there by yourself. You know, everybody can see everything because, you know, you play lineman. Don't nobody know what lineman is doing. They just know the quarterback getting sacked or he not getting sacked. You know, the running back, you can't see him till he break through the line. So the wide receiver, I'm out here by myself. I'm the biggest, typically quickest, most athletic dude on the team. So it's like, you know, it's just it's a whole thing, man. Then you had the era of, you know, the T.O., Keyshawn, Chad, Megatron, Odell with the flag, because Odell really shifted it all with as far as how wide receivers act. You know,
I think it started with.
Well, I would say like the flash of it all. You know, the dressing different, the hair, all that stuff.
Well,
now, T.O. was this.
The sideline diva was T.O.
Yeah. I saw an interview this morning. Speaking of him, it was Hugh Douglas, was it? Yeah. And he was saying he was saying he's glad AJ was gone. He was like, because we went through this already. He didn't mention the names, but you know what you're talking about. He was like, you know, if the wide receiver and the quarterback can't get along, he's like, it's going to affect the whole team. And he said AJ was complaining about people being in their business. He's like, but you made it everybody's business. You know, you on this, like you said, you're on the sideline reading a book. You posting all this cryptic stuff. You won't answer no questions. You know, and you know how the media is nowadays. You got married, didn't invite Jalen.
Right.
You know, and you know,
Listen,
so
if I'm an NFL team, I'm not going to get no receiver whose name is anything Brown, nothing.
Antonio Brown,
AJ Brown, none of them. No. You got to change your name, bro. You got to
get a little squirrely on you after a while.
You got to go by Alejandro or whatever your name, whatever the A is. Well, you're not on my team.
But you know the thing about it, man. If you can get them while they level, you gonna have some success with it.
Yeah,
but once it turns,
all right, it's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go after that.
Yeah,
because that need to be a documentary. What happened to him, man? Because sheesh.
Oh man, that's sad. That's sad news, though. I mean, just him just spiraling out of control like that, out of the league in his prime, though.
Yeah. But of his own doing.
Of it, all of it.
Of his own doing.
Yep.
And that really, to me, it highlighted the brilliance of Mike Tomlin to be able to reel him in for so long, those useful years. Because I was at the game when they played the Raiders and he had like 270-something yards. I was at that game. I was in the nosebleed seats, but it was definitely something to see, bro. It was amazing. Yeah.
So moving to the NBA Finals,
the Wemby Invitational,
man. So and our last. So we're not going to do picks right now, but that'll be our last win or lose question of the day. But what effects of winning the Western Conference Finals and Wemby celebrating the way he did, the emotional celebration, what effects do you see that coming on to him and his team?
I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. I understand that was a hurdle that you felt like you needed to get over, right? but they celebrated like they had won a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I'm the Knicks, I'm looking back, and you see a lot of times when that happens, it's a letdown in the finals. You know what I mean? Because you feel like,
we did it.
And I understand he's a young guy. Mm-hmm. I just didn't like it because I want my leader to be like, okay, well, it ain't over yet. Yeah, we still got a series to go. You know, we still got 4 more games
Job's
to go
not
win.
done, like Kobe said. Job's not done.
You know what I mean? And they was the pageantry, the everything. He was carrying the trophy like he had won.
Oh really?
I
didn't watch the whole.
All he needed was champagne and confetti.
Yeah, he was carrying it around and walking around the stadium. And man, we still. If I'm the coach, hey man, congratulations. We got tomorrow off.
Yep.
To get you some rest. We still got a series to play.
Yep.
We got a series to play.
Good team too.
We need you. We glad we got. And after we win these other 4, now we can go celebrate all of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't, and I'm sitting there watching, and my wife hates watching the games with me. She be like, "Man, you be so hard on everybody," but no, I know what it. You know what I mean? You still gotta have that hunger.
Yeah.
Don't the job's not over. Mm-hmm. Get in this locker room, act like you didn't want something before.
Right.
After we get these other 4, you can cry, you can walk, you can go up and down the aisles of the thing if you want to.
Yeah.
You can kiss babies, all of that. After we win these other 4 games, until then, man, get back in this locker room, shower, go home, get you some rest. I'm gonna see you at practice on Tuesday.
Right. Or even if they did it in the locker room, and they were the only people in the locker room,
right?
But like he said, man, they out on the court, and it's like, man, wait a minute, y'all got to play the Knicks still, you know. And a lot of it, I believe, is the youth, you know. And the youth, and they even have a young coach. Like if they'd have had young players,
so pretty much young team
was still the coach.
Yeah,
that wouldn't happen.
All right.
No,
and they was out there for a long time, bro. I was like, man, get
celebrating.
Yeah,
man, it was. Yeah.
So is the concern now more on the San Antonio Spurs being too emotional going into game 1, or the Knicks being off for a week and a half, and it might be a little rusty? And you saw that in game 1 in the Cleveland series.
Yeah. I think though, I just think the Knicks not the Knicks. Oh my goodness, the Spurs just have too much at every position. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With the exception of Brunson is gonna get his.
Yeah.
Period. Cat. It's a wrap for you. You gonna have that same look that Chet had. I was telling y'all, man. They interviewed Chet at the end of that game. He looked like a broken puppy.
Yeah,
he wouldn't look at the camera. He already tall, but they was over him. He looking up like this, and they was asking him about the right. He looked like he just took his soul.
He did,
and stumped on it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So, but and if Cat come and try to play that soft stuff, it's gonna be so ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
You know, I thought when I first watched it, I was like, well. And I think I said this to y'all. And then when y'all said something to me, I went back and thought about it again. I was like, well, maybe the Knicks have enough, big guys to just throw them at Wemby. But I'm like, nah. And I think the guard play is definitely going to cancel itself out. Like you said, Brunson is going to get his. But I don't think they have anything for Castle. No. What's my man? Champagne. I don't. Johnson.
All of them. Like if you go spot for spot. Yeah.
The only thing that I see that will affect San Antonio is the youth because they're so young. I know it's probably a 5-year difference between the age, average age in New York and the average age in.
But I think the youth might not even be that bad, Jesse. Because now, if you think about it, if they would have played, say, a Boston. Mm-hmm. In the finals, then Boston could have exploited the youth and the inexperience,
right? Because it's a lot
because they've been there. But the Knicks, this their first time too.
No, I know that it's the first time too. But when you look at Brunson, Malik, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. Those three guys have been playing together since college. So they played, I think, 3 or 4 years in college together.
Yeah,
and been in the Knicks organization, I think 2 years together, or 3 years together, and 2 years with Mikal Bridges. I think the chemistry there says something, and the way that when it comes down to winning games, they know how to come together and win games.
I'll say this: the Spurs have what I call strategic veterans. De'Aaron Fox is not a young guy anymore,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
What's the Barnes?
Yeah,
right.
I didn't know Harrison Barnes was still in the league.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bismack Biyombo, who's not really on the floor,
right?
But
he plays like a Haslam,
right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have what I call strategic veterans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to keep them young guys focused.
Yeah,
and then you still got that alien that he's only 22, man, but the dude plays.
Yep,
way older.
And another person who plays way older is Harper, Dylan Harper.
Right.
You've been high on Harper for a while, man.
Who is probably one of my favorite players to watch right now.
Yeah.
A left-handed, I think he's better than his dad. I'm sorry, at his age,
no doubt.
But he's better.
No, I ain't saying
well, no. Wait, the later Harper when he was in Chicago.
Okay,
but the Cleveland Harper was like Mike and Ron were like right here. But Dylan
I just hate when they interviewed him after the game. I hated it. That's a whole other subject. But go ahead, my bad.
You gonna get another of them inboxes, man.
That's all right.
Just don't say nothing about Kenyon Martin. But anyway, but
it definitely will be a black dude at the door with a stick. You say something about Kenyon Martin,
right? But Dylan has a veteran mindset, and that's probably because his dad,
his pops,
right. And he's been around the game his whole life.
His whole life. So he's been seeing things. It's just some things that you want to expect him to think. And you see some rookie mistakes that he that he makes. He fumbles the ball sometimes or shoots some bad shots. But once he's in that mode, he looks like a veteran out there.
Yeah.
And I think that'll play another key role in how successful San Antonio is in the series.
And along that line too, as far as even the support system they have around, even with his diminished health, they still got Pop. And they got Tim, who is arguably, if not the best, the top 3 power forwards of all time.
Yeah.
And just like in the NFL, they say there's the Patriot way. It's the Spurs way.
Yeah, Spurs way. Yeah.
I like seeing that though.
Yeah,
those old vets of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of. What it reminds me of is like when a team is down, you can look up and see the past greats and be like, all right, and it'll make you dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Now it's different with San Antonio and New York. San Antonio, those older guys are actually there.
Yeah.
Coaching and on the in the practice facilities. And
I saw some the other day, and Ginobili, I think he was with Castle. Yeah. Ginobili was walking through practice with Castle. And I mean,
hey man, in New York, half of them is banned from
right. You can't even get in the garden.
What's up with that?
Man, ownership, man.
Ownership.
Oh my God. Who's
I don't
Oakley
know.
Is it Dolan?
Yeah,
Dolan. Yeah. That's a classic example of feeling like you bigger than the program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those guys built, and even though they didn't necessarily win anything, they built the folklore, which is New York.
Yeah.
You know what? It reminds me of Jerry Krause in Chicago.
Yep. Yeah.
Who felt like
he's bigger than the program.
He was bigger than the program. If it wasn't for me and the team that I put together, we wouldn't have any chance. We won't have no. You can draft anybody.
Right.
It's up to the player. It's up to the coach to galvanize these guys. It's up to the team. It's the players, especially your leaders on the floor, to make sure that they go out and win the game.
And they haven't won anything since.
No. And rest
Back
in peace,
to
Jerry
sit
Krause.
in your office and look out in the practice facility, and you have Michael Jordan, and you're like, oh, we just gonna blow this thing up. What? It's like you've won 6 championships, and you just like, okay, guys. Well, 5 at this point. All right, guys, we've had enough.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this last year. We're gonna start it over.
At 5, they wanted to cut it off.
Yeah. What? It's like,
wait, let's finish this 3P first.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Mike, Scotty, Phil. kind of over it, guys.
We'll just keep Dennis and work around. Oh wow, okay.
We'll build around Rodman.
Dennis was like, wait. If Mike and Scotty ain't gonna be here, I'm not gonna be here.
Y'all couldn't keep me here when they were here. I was wrestling in
Mike
Vegas.
is the only reason why I came back during the finals.
I said ego was a crazy thing, ain't it, man? Like you said, it ain't won nothing since, man.
Yeah, it's sad to see. So we can kind of wrap it up with the last question, which is the win or lose question of the day. Mm-hmm. Who? I don't want to say. I was going to say who wins the series, but we can save that.
Okay.
Who do you see winning game one? It's in San Antonio, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Who do you see winning game one? Of course, the San Antonio Spurs are coming off the emotional high of winning the Western Conference Finals.
The emotional high of the aftermath of the game.
Knicks are resting. They might be rusty or rested. So who do you see winning game one of the NBA Finals?
I see the Spurs pulling it out, man. I like we say all the time, for all the things we say about, the Knicks got this, the Knicks got that. Like I said in the Avengers, you can say all these things, but then they just come back and say, we have a Wemby. And I mean, it's
right.
I mean, it's him. I mean, he's 8 feet tall. I mean, what? I just don't see it.
What I think that it all depends on how they come out and play. Meaning, if it's a close game, I'm gonna give it to the Knicks the first game. If it's a close game,
yeah.
If San Antonio comes out and set the tone, then it's gonna be San Antonio. But if they play them close because of the emotional high, because of the rest that the Knicks have shown that when they can start off rusty, but once they figure it out, if you let them hang around, well, they weren't even hanging around in Cleveland, but if you let them start to figure it out, then they can pull it off in the end. I know I'm gonna say what I think about the series, but I think it depends on how they come out. I hate, again, when I saw the emotion that the Spurs was showing, it made my stomach turn.
Yeah.
So that's the only angst that I have about game one. But if they come out, set the tone like they supposed to, and if they can get up by at least 10-12 in the first half, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
This is my thought, and you probably disagree with this, but the San Antonio Spurs are coming off an emotional Western Conference series. They lost the first game against Minnesota. They lost the first game against OKC. So I think they're going to lose this game against the Knicks because of that. They're a team that has to figure you out, and feel you out. And because of the emotion and being celebrated of the Western Conference Championship, the Knicks are going to be focused more on, we want to win the championship, but that game one, I think, belongs to the Knicks because of that. Because of the focus is going to be off.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying if they let the Knicks hang around, if they don't come out and set the tone, they're going to lose game one.
I think that's what's going to happen is the emotional high of, we won the Western Conference Finals. Like, okay, we're here. Okay, you should have been there. Focus on that when you won the game. But the Knicks have been there. Mentally, I'm talking about focusing on the finals. So I think that'll play a big part in the Knicks winning game one.
And I also think that if you listen to all the sports media people, they really had OKC winning.
Yeah.
And so for the Knicks, I'm pretty sure in the back of their mind, they probably thought that was going to be their opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to now have to switch whatever your game plan was, because it's a big difference in preparing for OKC and preparing for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Again, if the Spurs don't come out and set a dominant tone, they will lose game one. I agree.
All right. Any other last words?
Welcome to the basement of the AFC North, Jared Verse.
All right. We'll see. Remember to go to the winnerlosesports.com to get some merch, t-shirts, mugs, hats. I think we got what do you call those, gym bags on there too. So with the logo and everything on there. So go get some Win or Lose Sports merch. Go watch the Rise and Grind Morning Show tomorrow morning on the 419 Grind page, and we'll see you next time on Win or Lose Sports.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. It's kickoff time.